If you've ever noticed that your tinnitus feels louder when you're stressed, you're not imagining it. There's a real physiologic reason for that. Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Hensarling. I'm an audiologist and coach, and I help people understand how the brain responds to tinnitus and build skills to help change that response. One of the biggest shifts people experience is when they realize that tinnitus distress isn't just about the sound. It's about the stress response surrounding the sound. When tinnitus first appears, or when it spikes, it very often feels uncertain. Uncertainty is something the brain doesn't like. When the brain detects something unfamiliar or unpredictable, it activates the stress response. This is not because you are weak. Our nervous system is wired to protect us. Heart rate shifts, muscles might tighten, attention often sharpens. That's the beginning of the loop. When the stress system is activated, sensory processing changes. You become more alert, more vigilant, more tuned in. This is helpful when there is actual danger, but when that threat is tinnitus, that increased alertness can amplify the awareness of the sound. So stress increases perception, and increased perception increases stress. How's that for a cycle? Over time, certain patterns might form. Monitoring, bracing, analyzing, exhaustion. Each of these keeps the stress response slightly activated, even subtly. And chronic low-level activation can maintain the loop. This is why telling yourself to just ignore the tinnitus rarely works, because your stress system isn't being addressed. The good news is that the stress response is modifiable, meaning we can learn different ways to respond. Your nervous system can learn safety. When activation decreases, perception often changes, not because the sound itself has disappeared, but because the nervous system is no longer treating it like a threat. And that shift is very powerful. This week, I'm teaching a live webinar where I'll walk through the full tinnitus stress cycle, why it forms, how to identify your personal pattern, and the first steps towards shifting it. If you have felt stuck in this loop, my hope is this webinar can give you some clarity. The link to register is in the description, and I'd love to see you there.